Okay, good afternoon, folks. I don't know if you've seen one like this before. It's quite old. Actually, it's about 40 years old. This is an old Aqualizer, and they are expensive when they come out, and they're actually bloody expensive now to replace. So we've got to replace this, and I'll show you why. But I just thought I'd show you how I took it off. So I've undone the two nuts that hold in the whole unit in, plus underneath here, right underneath there, if you can see that there's a little tiny there, that little hole there. That's an Allen screw or an Allen key, whatever you want to call it. So you have to undo that because the plate is then fixed to the wall at the back. And what you do, just gently ease it off the pipes, like so, without leaving that mess. I mean, that's been up there for a long time, and this thing has been brilliant. Now let me show you what's gone wrong. We are in a hard water area, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, to be honest with you. But anyway, you take the cap off, which is another little screw there. Then you take the application off. Now this is anti-clockwise. So I might have to put that on in a second. I can hold this, and there we go. I have undone it just to find out if I could repair it. Now I couldn't repair it, and I'll show you why. This is quite a common thing in taps as well. 2 seconds, sorry about the blurriness. Right, so take him off. This is the housing for the thermostat. So that comes out, and this is the thermostat. So that goes out, and then you're thinking, okay, well, looks all right to me. Now look closely. Look very closely. I'll stick my finger there. Look at this muck. There, see that? Now what happens with that? I can zoom in a bit better. There we go. So what happens there is a tiny grain of sand or similar something. It's usually a grain of sand that does it. It just gets trapped there. And over a longer period of time, because it's such a force of pressure inside the cylinder, that it squeezes a very high jet of water, like having your teeth done. But what this does, it cuts a groove in the base. Now this happens in taps, and sometimes you can actually buy a cutter that recuts this ring around here and makes it nice and clean and smooth again. And then this part, which goes on, seals it. But this has gone too far. It's gone right down to the secondary ring, so there's no way this can be repaired. So we've got to look to try and find one to fit this. Now this is the other bad bit. They stopped making these, and they've also stopped making them. They're usually a standard size between the pipes, if anybody's interested. So the pipes which come out the wall, ours are 110 mil. The distance between half of that and half of that is 110. They only do them now is 150. So we have been scouring the internet for something like this for 110, but all you can buy is 110 to 135 mil, and they're adjustable, so they slide in and out slightly, and that's what we've had to go for. But the price difference is ridiculous. They start from round about £139 plus you got delivery, all the way up to 200, 300, 400. I'm not joking. An Aqualizer can cost you up to £700. So this is what we've had to do. So we've had to compromise, and we've bought one which is just 100, not just 100. It's bloody £159 we've had to pay just because of that. But I suppose we can't argue. We've had a long time. So we'll leave the video here for a second, and then what we'll do, well, not for a second because the magic of time will go past, and what we'll do, I'll show you me fitting the new one if anybody's interested. Okay, so we'll catch you in a bit. We'll catch you in about 3 days. Anyway, so the shower head came today, the new one, and it's quite unique actually. I will show you. So if you turn these, they will adjust. They screw in and out to allow for the adjustment from one, I think it's 110 to 135, but not these. If you want to go more than, I think it's 120, and then you've got two more here. And then what they do, they screw in there, You can see the difference. There you go, and that gives you even a greater distance to travel. So if they're wider apart, your pipes, then you can put these on, and if they're narrower, these go on. Also inside there is a perfectly sealed tube, and then inside here is a piece of brass with 2 washers on that go on the inside, so that stops any water coming out. So all we got to do now is take the old shower off, fit the backing plate on, adjust these to fit on the pipes. The only trouble is I can't put, these are the new washers, not washers, the nuts and bolts that go on the pipes. Well, they're not going to go on because the copper rings which are already on there on the old pipes are compressed already, and there's no room for adjustment, so I just have to clean the old ones up and they'll go straight on here. Right, I'll show you remove the old shower head again, which is down there. I'm going to remove this backing plate, and this is going to take some doing because I think these screws have been in a long time. I'm going to have to get my impact driver on that. I have to use an impact driver to get those 2 out, but we've got them out. We're going to have a bit of a clean first. Okay, so with a bit of a clean up, I got that. The backing plate's got to go, but I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I've adjusted them. Look at that. Look at that. So you adjust them in and out. You turn them clockwise, anti-clockwise, and till you get the right level, and then you can push this home, and then you have to screw these up in a bit to get it flush. So the further you push it, the further it goes back against the wall. And that's really it, and we'll give it a test in a bit. There you go. With the backing plate on, just drill a couple of holes actually. So I lined it up, put a mark around there, took the tap off, lined it back up again, put the 2 holes in, drilled it using a tile drill, and there we go. We'll give it a test in a bit. Okay, so all fitted, tight. I've tightened them up. What I'm going to do now is underneath them, that looks a bit loose there. See it? Well, that's because there's a grub screw underneath here. Underneath there. See it? There. Oh, if I can get the camera. There. I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, once you tighten that grub screw, that grub, that's not going anywhere. So then what we do, we undo the shower head. Next is to turn the water back on. So where's my big screwdriver gone? There we go. So when I fitted the shower many years ago, because this used to be a coal shed, I fitted these, and it's if you're a beginner or whatever, they are easy to fit. Can you see them? Oh sorry, there you go. And just valve stops, or stop in, which is in line. Big difference. There's one there. That's both on. A little leak, so I'll go tighten that one up, and that's it. Okay, tweaked him up. Dry as a bone. Right. There we go. One perfectly working shower. That took me, well, it's less than an hour. Honestly, it took me less than an hour to do that. Wait for the hot water to come through. Here we go. I love it when a plan comes together. There you go. That's very easy to fit. And then look at that off. Brilliant. That's it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. That would be great. You don't have to, you don't want to. Well, like I said, all my videos are free to watch. If you want to subscribe, please do. Take care, and we'll definitely catch you in the next one.